Hello guys, welcome back to John's Bible Talk. Sorry that I haven't made a video last week. I was traveling and I am here in Alabama this week, so I'm in a little bit of a different place. Today I'm going to talk about though how even though we have been set free from our sin and free from the slave of our sin, and we want to follow God, and we want to do the things that God desires for us to do. We don't want to do them because of our sinful nature. We are still in our fleshly bodies, and our fleshly bodies still wants to commit the sin, even though we, our soul, does not. And I'm going to read in Romans today and talk about how Paul was talking about how he was doing the things that he did not want to do, just as we do the things that we, as Christians and as people that have been saved and set free by Christ, don't want to do. So I'm going to read in Romans chapter 7, verse 15 through 20 today. And Romans 7, verse 15 says, I do not understand what I do, for what I want to do, I do not do. But what I hate, I do. And if I do what I do not want to do, I agree that the law is good. As it is no longer I myself who do it, but it is sin living in me, for I know what good, for I know that good. So he's saying he knows that good. He knows the good that he wants to do, but he does not do. So if he knows the good that he does not do, that he wants to do, then we who are saved, we also know the good. The good itself does not dwell in me. So we know it does not dwell in us. This is in my sinful nature. It's in our sinful nature to not do good. For I have the desire to do what is good. So as saved people, as followers of God in Jesus, we have the desire to do what is good. But I cannot carry it out. So we cannot carry it out. Just as Paul could not carry it out, we cannot carry it out. For I do not do the good I want to do, but the evil I do not want to do, this I keep on doing. So we keep on doing the evil that we do not want to do. Now, if I do what I Now, if I do what I do not want to do, it is no longer I who do it, but it is sin living in me that does it. So there is sin living in us. Even though we are saved and we have been set free from our sin and bondage in sin, there is still sin living in our bodies, in our flesh. And that is why we do not do what, that's why we do what we do not want to do. So in closing, I encourage you guys to read this scripture for yourself. Don't just listen to me and take my word for it, but read it for yourself and see what Jesus is speaking to you, guys, to you as you are reading it. And I know not all of you guys that are watching you guys may not be big Skillet fans, but there's a song called Monster that they have, and I think that song describes the sin that is in us. And I think it describes why we do what we don't want to do. The reason is that we have sin living in us. And I think calling it a monster, I think another word for the sin that is living in us is that it is a monster. The sin is a monster that is living inside of us. So even though you may not be a big Skillet fan, I also encourage you guys to check that song out and don't think about how you are not a big Skillet fan, but think about how it relates to our sin that we don't want to do. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe and have a good day.